I have started my journey 13 September 2025. It's been 4.5 months.
Is it? So you are speaking really well. So before that, is was it like that you didn't used to speak in English language?
Yes, I didn't. I have completed my schooling from Hindi medium school. So, good evening.
Good evening. So shall we begin with introduction?
Yes, definitely. So, shall I start?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so as you already know, my name is Pooja Singh and I hail from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, and I hold a BTech degree in Electronic and Communication. I'm a devoted mother of inquisitive 5-year-old, and yeah, these days I'm honing my communication skill to upgrade myself. And if I talk about my leisure time activity, so I love to talk with different person to know about them, to know about their activity, life experience, and especially English journey. And yeah, I am fond on cooking. I have a green thumb. Whenever I get time, I love to take care of my plant and recently inculcate the habit of reading book for the sake of expanding my word power and comprehension power. Yeah, and simultaneously I also run a small YouTube channel where I upload this type of conversation video and some shorts video. My channel is totally dedicated to English. Yeah,
Okay, that's a
thank
lovely introduction, I would say. Okay, my name is Akanksha and I'm from Uttarakhand. Right now I'm living in Delhi and I hold a bachelor degree in science and I'm pursuing masters in English literature and I have a daughter as well. She's 2 years old and simultaneously I'm running a small YouTube channel just like you and this is also dedicated to English. I make conversational videos, some sort of short videos and just I share my experiences of learning English language and some short content as well. And yeah, I am
okay.
fond of reading books, very basic hobbies which I have reading books, listening to music, and watching movies. That's pretty much about it.
Okay, so you just inculcate the habit of reading book, or you are always passionate towards reading?
No, I love reading books, but it's just that I kind of like reading Hindi books as well. But it's just that because right now I'm learning English, I'm trying to grab some English. So for that, I prefer English content, English reading books these days. But even though
Okay.
now I'm not getting that much time to read.
Yeah, due to busy schedule.
Yes, because I have a small baby, so because of that.
Mhm. How year old she is?
She is 2.5 year old.
Yeah, she's small. Yeah, she needs more care.
Yeah. And more
Yes.
not it's not about that, but I think when your baby is in toddler phase, they need more attention. And we are living in a nuclear family, so because of that, she wants me all the time by herself.
Yes, you are what for her. I'm also living in nuclear family, so my son is always around me. So I totally resonate with you. And he's 5-year old now, so that I get some time for myself.
Okay, so does he go to school?
Yes, from
Play.
last year, goes to school. Yeah, this year he is in nursery LKG.
Yes,
Hmm.
I think it feels very relaxed when they
Hmm.
initially go to school, right?
Yes, when they
Uh,
start going to school, so it's feel some like you can get at least 2 to 3 hours for yourself.
exactly. Yeah, I know. And okay, so I was watching this video of a Bharti Singh, and she was crying when her son went to school for the very first day. I mean, there are a lot of emotions for sure, but I would feel very relaxed if she will go to school because
No, you are thinking like that, but maybe exactly will not happen the same because the same thing also happened with me. When his school was the first day, I was totally, I can't express my feeling. I was also cried a lot.
really.
Really, by watching him, he was playing in the ground with his class teacher and with his classmate, and I was watching him from some distance. Okay, and I was literally crying a lot.
Oh my God. Uh,
Yeah.
so I recently like started sending her to the Anganwadi center just for 1.5 hour because I felt like it is
For
good for
future.
her. Yes, it is good for her as well to
Mhm.
spend some
Yeah.
time with kids. So I started doing it, and today only I
Mhm.
think when I was like getting back to home, she was crying at that time. At that time, I felt very bad because I was like, what if she is crying in the class at like right now as well? So I my
Yeah.
mind was
There
only with her. So I can
Mm-hmm.
kind of understand it. So when she was a newborn baby, that time like I had to spend my entire day doing her stuffs, and for 1 year like I was always with her because there are a lot of things initially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after that,
Yes,
once
right.
she like right now she is growing up and now she is able to play by herself. Sometimes I feel like okay, now I am a bit of free, so I think it
Hmm.
feels very good, but at the same time there are a lot of mixed emotion about it, right?
Yeah, my son is also like, we feel okay, now he is not dependent on me. So I also feel somewhere I feel relaxed, but somewhere I feel okay, now he is growing up, and a day like day passes very fast,
Mhm.
and the day passes that never will come again. So
Yeah.
that kind of mixed feeling we have. Yeah.
That's so true. So you mentioned that you have a lot of hobbies. So how do you do that? Like, how do you manage to do all those
Hmm.
hobbies?
Like when he goes to school, he is in school that time. I managed to have a session. Right now I'm talking to you, so this time he's sleeping. So in that way I managed, and recently inculcate the habit book. So when I read books, so maybe that motivate him to read that time to read or write something.
Okay.
Yeah, and cooking is kind of, I love to watch cooking related video on YouTube and just try to experiment on that.
Oh,
And gardening, so I love gardening.
wow.
But as a housewife, as a mother, we can't complete all our hobbies.
Absolutely. But I think it's a great habit to have like cooking and gardening. So since you love cooking, so what is the dish you recently made? Something new, something different, I would say.
To be very honest, I didn't try any new recipe, but it's been 3 months. I have tried avocado
Okay.
sandwich. I didn't try any kind of junk food and oily. I just always looking for what is kind of protein based and kind of healthy. So I tried avocado sandwich, which turns delicious. I loved.
Oh, that's nice.
What is your favorite dish?
I personally love homemade food, like everything, to be honest. But one more thing is that I'm not very health conscious. I do eat junk food as
You are already fit, so no need to be health
yes,
conscious.
actually, I have very fast metabolism, so maybe because of that, and it is naturally. I don't have to work for it. So because of that, but I think I know that we should eat mindfully and we should not treat ourselves as a dustbin. But yeah, I don't eat junk food regularly, but some days I do.
Once in a blue, yeah. I also prefer once in a blue occasionally, like birthday,
Yeah.
anniversary, and festivals.
A lot of time people says that you are fit, so you don't have to work for it, and like it is a blessing and all. And when I was a teenager, that time I used to hate this thing because I was very thin. So I used to feel like, why am I so thin? I should be gain some
Yeah,
weight
who
and
are
all.
thin? Yes, it's kind of human tendency. Who are thin, they want to be thick, and who are thick, so they want to be thin and fit. It's kind of
Exactly.
human tendency. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to go for walk?
I don't really go outside of my home. Sometimes I just prefer walking on my rooftop. If I am walking
Okay.
here and there for only 5 or 10 minutes, I feel very fresh.
I also love, but winter, I do not go for work for the weather and all. Maybe. So, how long
Okay.
have you been learning English?
Yeah, I was about to ask you this question actually. So it's been more than 2 years since I'm learning it, although I was very inconsistent, but yeah, and now I'm trying to be consistent with it, and I think it is going
Yeah.
well smoothly. Yeah. What about you?
I have started my journey 13 September 2025. It's been 4.5 months. The
Okay.
same time, English journey and YouTube both.
Is it? So you are speaking really well. So before that, is was it like that you didn't used to speak in English language?
Yes, I didn't. I have completed my schooling from Hindi medium school, so you can guess what kind of environment I had. So I didn't get such kind of environment, to be very honest. But although I have completed my BTech, where I found such kind of English environment, not for speaking, but for reading, understanding, like everything is English where. But somehow I managed to crack the interview. I was working earlier, but when I got married, From that time, I was confined. Right now, I'm confined with these four walls, so I didn't get so much English involvement. And in my family too, no one is speaking English in my family, in my maiden house, and in my in-laws house. So but I always wanted to do something because I was working earlier, so it is quite rigorous for me. So doing all the things, household chores again and again. So I was just thinking about what should I do, but I always wanted to, but I'm living nuclear family. I can't leave my house to leave my baby alone. So maybe after learning this language, I will start giving tuition classes for kids. So that is quite convenience for me.
I can completely resonate with you because I know it feel very hectic when you are doing all the household stuff again and again,
Mm.
and you are not improving and not working, not going
Yes,
outside.
I was thinking like I'm doing all the things like house responsibility about my babies or my husband, all that except me. So I was feeling I'm not doing anything for me. I always want what I squandered my time a lot on social media. I had
Yeah.
all knowledge about all the influencers because I was too much into that. But
Yeah.
it's been 4 months. I don't have any knowledge about any influencer these days because I'm not watching this kind of content. My YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, every thing is flooded with English content.
I think you become the kind of content you consume, right? A lot of time we watch these influencers and their lifestyle. What are they doing? What are they eating? How they are.
Yeah, then we feel gloomy. We feel okay. They are doing so much in their life, but I'm not doing anything. So that was kind of frustration and a very miserable moment for especially the housewife who are always living in inside in the four wall, I can say.
Yes, I also used to be this kind of person, to be honest. For some time, I uninstalled Instagram and all, literally, because it was affecting me a lot.
Mm,
Whenever I
yes.
used to open Instagram, and I used to feel, especially when my daughter was very small that time, and I used to
Mm,
compare myself with others a lot. I used to feel like they are doing a lot of things. So why am I not doing?
mm,
And just, indulge
yes.
with all these
Yes.
things. I am not improving, not learning, not doing anything for myself. So it just
Yes.
used to make me underconfident.
But we think very deep, so we can say that time was also so precious.
That's true.
Yes, that never come again.
Yeah,
But at that time, we could not able like we could not think about that because
exactly.
our mind was completely disturbed. I can say because we become mother. We didn't have such kind of experience, so the
Yeah.
things don't have any such kind of exposure to. We are always doing the same thing again and again, again and again. So we
And
it's kind
most
of quite.
important thing is it is a very huge responsibility, right? And there are a lot
Yeah.
of differences in our body as well, physically,
Mhm.
mentally, so emotionally as well. So there are a lot of things.
Emotionally as well, yeah.
Yeah,
And the same time, we have to take care a lot of things. We have to take like 24 into 7,
exactly. I mean, I don't want
day
to
and
remember
night.
all these things.
The same. Yeah, I don't want to remember that time. And for that time, I don't want to become again mother.
I can
I
understand that.
always, yeah,
Right now, we
yeah,
are talking about it and we are sharing our experience, and it feels very light when we share our experience, right? But
right.
like earlier, it was not a very common thing to share their experience, and they used to feel like it is very normal for a mother, for a woman to do all these things. It is not a big deal, right? If you are doing
Mm-hmm.
all these things, it is not a new thing. So there is
Every
nothing
mother.
difficult in this,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Right.
at least we are able to talk about it, and we can share our thoughts about it, right? So people are very vocal about all these things, women, and they are sharing experience, and that from these things, people also like getting to know that how difficult it can be at that time. But earlier it was not very common thing.
No.
Like they used to feel like It is very normal to give a birth
Normal.
to a child and to nurture the child, right?
Yes, right.
When I remember those days when I were not able to sleep, and I used to feel like, will I ever be able to like sleep entire night peacefully? I mean,
Just imagine how they were living and without sharing our experience with each other. They think like that they are kind of quite common things like
it's
every mother do.
it's
So
very
that is
normal.
quite common thing. Yeah, normal and very common. But
And
nowadays, women are like raising a child is a big task.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of time people says that in our mother's time they used to have 4 or 5 children, and how they raised, and they never
Yeah,
really questioned, right? They didn't say that this is a problematic or like this is a difficult thing or something. But because that time women were not like vocal about these things.
they were not aware of these things and they don't have such kind of exposure and opportunity to
Exactly.
with whom they will share their experience with in-laws and the in-laws have the same thought so
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
can't, yeah they could not, and my mother is also always said to me, okay, if like always I denied to having second baby and all, and she always said to me, okay, how did I raised three of you? So I can say, okay, you are able to do but I'm not able to do, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Exactly. It's just so hectic to think about these things, to be honest. Okay. So you said that you have been learning English language for 4 months and you are speaking really well. So what are you doing to improve your spoken English? What are the things you do every day?
Like when I started my journey, so same time I have started my channel to be very to be anything we want to learn. If you want to learn any skill, so we have to be consistent and persistent. So every day I record my video, I upload video, and every day I try to connect with different people. So earlier I was not able to hold a conversation, but gradually I improved and now I am able to hold a conversation. So it's because of consistency, I
Yeah,
guess.
it comes
Play a very
from
vital role.
practice.
Yeah. Practice, yeah, practice makes progress, I can say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. When I started having these conversations, I was also used to be very afraid of that. What if I'll get stuck in the middle of the conversation? And what if I don't know how to respond? What if I don't know how to ask the next question and how to, continue the conversation? There were a lot of things. But now I feel
Yes.
like it comes with
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah. You earlier, I also used to think like if I connect with any person, so I don't know about the other person and what kind of question they are going to ask me if I'm not able to answer the same question. So but I can say I am quite comfortable. Okay, if someone is asking me any question, so if I know, so I can answer, otherwise I can say okay, I don't know. So I have
Yeah,
such kind of we have such kind of option we can do.
it
So
comes with
by the
practice, right?
practice by time, yeah, by practice by time, everything will
Exactly.
become easy for the kick of peace for us everyone. So once anything once we started, so that was quite uncomfortable and new for us, and we are not habitual from that thing because due to that we have fear, and by time by practice we have become comfortable, and
Exactly.
in that way we can get rid of our fear too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so do you have conversation regularly, like every single day?
Yes, I try to like I try to email every day, and it's kind of fortune when I email 2 to 3%. So luckily I get one or two, and sometime three. It depend on the other person, the opposite person, time schedule and all. But
Mhm.
I always try to connect at least one person in a day.
That's so nice.
What about you?
Conversations, I don't have conversations every single day. I
Hmm.
think every twice or thrice a day.
Okay. So
Mhm.
what is the method do you apply to have a session, like email, or do you have any other group?
I get emails sometimes. I mail other person to have conversations.
The
Yeah.
same process. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I also follow the same process.
So I was on the break for 2 months and I was not having conversations. I've recently started, like restarted having these conversations and all. I'm trying to be more serious about it, and I'm trying to work on myself a bit more. I feel like these kind of conversations, you don't have to be work on your like English, but at the same time you have to work on your communication as well, because you are communicating, right? So
Yeah,
the conversation should be engaging.
right.
That's the only way people are going to want
Mm-hmm.
conversation. So I'm trying to work on it, to be honest. A lot of time, whenever I watch my video,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like um I just recognize my mistakes, that okay, this was something need to work on. Then I try to work on all these things, like asking questions,
Okay.
responding. Sometimes you get people who are not very talkative, and you have to initiate the conversation with them, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm just
right.
working on all these things these days,
Mhm.
at least
Okay,
trying.
so are you introvert or extrovert person?
I am introvert. I used to be introvert, to be honest, but now I feel I have become ambivert, I would say. I don't know exactly, because I used to consider myself introvert because I am a homebody. I don't like to going out, and I don't like be friends with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in quality, not in quantity, to be honest.
Yes,
But
yes.
if I am like comfortable with you, I can talk for hours. This is how I am. So,
Oh,
yes, I am ambivert, I would say. What about you?
I'm extrovert.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also depend on the person to person. Not everyone, but with whom our my vibes are matched, then that person we will become like extrovert. We can talk with them for an hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours, but it depends on the person to person.
And
Like
same,
if the person has negative thought, negative mind, they always try to pull down, and so I don't like to talk with them.
same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
we can wrap this up,
So we
and
will connect later.
yeah.